manufacturing those guns. So we need to call it what it is, and we need a law that directly prescribes that conduct.
And so we've got our career lawyers, we have our witness aid services unit, our counselors, our advocates, our social workers who are helping with safety plans, who are helping to arrange for counseling, to meet survivors where they are. We've tried to enhance our training to bring in best practices training on survivor center approaches, and we'll continue to do that.
This new unit embodies the Manhattan District Attorney's vision of a fair and equal justice system. District Attorney Bragg today is putting working people, particularly those working people who don't yet have a union representing them, at the center of his vision.
Today is historic and groundbreaking. We are returning these beautiful works, these drawings, to their rightful home. Assault can be charged as a hate crime, but gang assault cannot. So if one person beats up another person because of the victim's race, that assault can be charged as a hate crime. But inexplicably, if a group of people beat someone up because of their race, that gang assault, as the law calls it, cannot be charged as a hate crime. That needs to change. Rape in the first degree can be charged as a hate crime, but other sexual assaults, like forcible touching, cannot. That too needs to change. Anti-Asian slurs on a Chinese restaurant or homophobic slurs on a gay bar can't be charged as a hate crime. That too must change. And that is why we're all here today. In the last month, the first licensed cannabis dispensaries opened for business in Greenwich Village. One is owned by a not-for-profit that supports people living with HIV and AIDS. The other by a formerly incarcerated entrepreneur who received priority for a license because he is one of countless black men who was harmed by the drug war in the 1990s. But those legitimate businesses face stiff competition from shops that are not following the rules. It is time for the operation of unlicensed cannabis dispensaries to end. So today, my office sent letters to approximately 400 smoke shops in Manhattan. We informed these shops that my office is prepared to use our civil authority under Real Property Actions and Proceedings Law, Section 715(1), to require owners and landlords to commence eviction proceedings against commercial tenants who are engaged in illegal business activity. Across 5 separate indictments, we charged that more than $150,000 worth of bribes were solicited by and accepted by Eric Ulrich in the course of less than 2 years. Earlier this afternoon, Donald Trump was arraigned on a New York Supreme Court indictment returned by a Manhattan grand jury on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Under New York state law, it is a felony to falsify business records with intent to defraud and an intent to conceal another crime. That is exactly what this case is about.
I talked with DA Bragg when he was an assistant AG years ago about Hope House, and I'm not even sure he was supposed to be at the meeting. I think we were meeting with someone under him, but he showed up and he stayed the whole time, and he got this right away. He understood immediately that there was a hole in the system and that this was something to fill that gap. And since he's become DA, he has continued his commitment to public safety and those with serious mental illness.
So what Clean Slate does is it removes all that sort of discretion and saying, oh, we're gonna have you sort of evaluate, look, and it says, no, we're not gonna give you that information because it's been misused for so long. And so allowing folks to have, access in a way that they have not before to housing and employment in particular, obviously a range of other services as well, but housing and employment is the cornerstone to reentry. So as I said in my opening remarks, this is a law that's going to make us safe.